Are on a winning streak, 3 in a row. What's kind of worked these past few games that maybe you weren't seeing before?
My voice is gone, sorry. I would say just putting, this kind of generic answer, but putting a full game together, you know. I think our players understand, like, when we execute, and we talk about 80 possessions. When we execute and we can maintain the 80 possessions of the game plan, then we're pretty dangerous, and it's really hard to score against us, especially we talked about we want to protect the paint. They averaged 39 a game, and so we gave up 26. It wasn't too bad. They had 10 and a half. I told them I wanted 15 only. So, again, we have goals. They're obviously getting a lot better. And, yeah, just attention to detail. And our girls played with so much heart tonight that I'm really proud of them.
I know there's been a lot of changes to the roster, but it feels like KT has been a constant in every lineup. What about her skill set is able to kind of connect different lineups together?
Yeah, KT is just super reliable. I mean, I think it's her third double-double in a row. So just, again, KT's confidence that she's built through her hard work and through the work that she's done with all of her coaches, building her confidence and just kind of, I love when people show me that they want to be that person. They don't talk it, but KT backs it up with action. And so that's what I love about KT. And again, when she is solid, consistent, and vocal, we usually come out with a W. Yeah.
Hey, Natalie, between the first ever overtime win on Monday and then a win like tonight where you're leading by 22, gets down to 6, how important is it to just find different ways out of different situations this early in the season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we started turning the ball over. So no matter what, like live turnovers, whether it's in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, it's going to hurt you regardless. So thank God we actually came out with a lead, because when you do have a lead, now you don't have to play damn near perfect in the third and fourth. So we did a great job with our defense, creating our offense, getting easy points. I mean, finding Temi, too, at the rim. So doing that early, I think, allowed us to kind of, yeah, we knew Seattle was going to throw punches. We knew. They're a great team, super talented, experience. So we knew, actually, luckily we had that lead in order to sustain it in the third and fourth.
And then just a follow-up on an individual player. What can you tell us about the growth of Carla at this stage? And how grateful are you that she's not going to be going away for your Eurobasket right now?
I mean, if she wanted to go, obviously, we would support her. But yeah, just grateful that she decided to stay. And again, just as a coach, like, I'm very grateful, not just for her, but for all of them, that we can coach them hard. And that's what all of our coaches like to talk about, is like, our players like to let us coach them hard, meaning that they love to improve and they love to grow, right? So we're just super grateful to be in this situation. So without the players having that openness and ownership, we wouldn't be winning right now. So again, credit to Carla, credit to her positional coaches. They've been great with her. And then her teammates. If you see the support and the love and care that they provide her, then she has a great support system here.
Y'all scored 46 points in the paint against a team with so much size like Seattle. How do you find space around the rim to get those? I think it was 37 attempts right in the paint.
Yeah, just maintain our space. That was one thing. I would say that was one thing we didn't find early in our first couple games, is we started to cut a little bit too much. So as long as we maintain our space, again, we have players that can all shoot threes. So that's why we get to have that space, and that's why the rim is open. So Temi, Mo, even Steph, like, they were rolling, LA was rolling and even attacking, then that's why we get to the rim. So credit to our players to be super disciplined tonight about that.
Temi was talking about how this is a team built of 6 women, role players, right, who come from a bunch of different teams. Yeah. What does that give your team as you guys, build upon this foundation? And then how have you seen someone like Kayla and like other players from a night-to-night basis step out of that 6th woman role and become the leader? How have you seen that evolution?
I think it almost gives them I don't know if the word is right, commonality or a similarity. When you kind of have like a same thing about, like, whether you're from the same area or you grew up the same, like, you kind of like to share similar experiences. So everyone kind of technically being like the 7th woman because they could protect the 6th, then they kind of all share that I possibly could have been a starter, on my unit, or I'm right at the cusp of starting, or if I was given 15 more minutes, I wonder what I could do. And so I think that is what they're sharing right now, and that's what we're giving them. We're giving them either 15, 20, 30, tonight, because we're short, handed that we had to go into 35 minutes, 34 minutes. So yeah, again, credit to them. And also they just like to share the ball. And they like to, the key tonight was make your teammates better. And that's what they did. They knew AP and they knew LA were new. So I'm like, hey, how can we make them better in this space? Because I don't know if LA was sixth or seventh man or AP. So just credit to our players for having that heart, you know.
Hi, Coach. It seems like the team has sort of put the league on notice in terms of like, you play really hard, you play amazing defense, and also just think about what people, think about the Valkyries. Valhalla is super loud. But I'm wondering if there's anything about the team that you think is sort of underrated that you might be willing to share.
Yeah, just kind of how I touched upon is their willingness to be coached hard. I don't know if there's a measuring stick there, but if you guys see our players, and I think a lot of you guys are asking, this person's getting better, this person's improving, this person's averaging, KT's averaging a double-double last 3 games. Credit to them to wanting to be coached. I wouldn't be in this position to lead if they did not want to be coached hard. I only know how to coach one way. So even during the game, I told them, hey, thank God you guys allowed me to get on you guys because we let that, that third and fourth quarter almost slip away. So again, if they don't have the acceptance of coaching hard and wanting to grow, then we're not winning these games. So it goes, credit to the players. Yeah.
Natalie, I want to ask you about the zone tonight because it just seemed like it really clogged Seattle up in the paint. You held them 13 below the average
Yeah.
there. And there's one play that sticks on my mind where the ball goes in and Bryant makes an X cut
Oof.
on top to get a steal
Yeah.
in the corner. And just the communication and the movement on the string
Yeah.
was really good at times for you guys. And for a group that's only been together a month, to be able to do that in a game like this, just how much has you seen the growth in that front and where it can take you?
Yeah, just the level of maximum effort V plays with, right? And then the trust to leave her man to just go for the ball. It's all trust that we're building every game. I wouldn't say we had it early on, but now we're building that trust and just building the fact that if she goes, then someone's going to cover her. So again, V's maximum effort. I think every possession she pretty much goes hard. I mean, if I could count deflections, I would guess 20 tonight. And so that just is, again, disruption, and that's what we love in our zone tonight. We were disruptive. We didn't get them allowed to get to a rhythm. Sub AC, Clark kind of hit a couple of threes. She only had 11, but it felt like 20 just because those were timely threes by AC. But again, yeah, credit back to V. Her effort is unmatched.
There's a moment in the third quarter that you guys go up 20 and the timeout's called and you're going kind of crazy. What were you just kind of feeling that moment? And then how do you guys just feed off a crowd when it is kind of energized like that?
Yeah, I shouldn't have celebrated too much. But Steph Talbot threw this dime that was unbelievable. That's why I love Steph, her vision and her ability, again, to just be selfless. Like, Steph's always looking for a teammate. So she made this pass. I forgot who it was who scored, but it was just unbelievable pass that I haven't seen her make before, so that's why it was really cool to see it in game. And we just talk about, like he said, like we want to maintain our space, so we allow these rolls or these cuts, to happen. So, yeah, I shouldn't have celebrated too much, but again, thank God that we got up to that lead, so we didn't have to play exactly perfect down the stretch. Yeah.
I asked KT about Temi, but it just seems like the last couple of games she's either had a key block or a key basket, something big down the stretch for you guys. And obviously you're going to lose her the couple of next couple days to Euro basketball. Just what she means, especially tonight in a game where you have to guard the paint against a team with 3 really good bigs, and how she impacts this team on both sides of the ball, but especially defensively with her length and her ability to block shots.
Yeah, just multiple efforts from Temi, and she communicates really well, and you want your best communicator to be in the back line so then everyone else feels comfortable on where to go and where to direct. So Temi is technically our quarterback in our defense. So again, Temi loves to talk, and we love her talking in our defense, and then just the multiple efforts. To me, Temi has been one of our most consistent players, like hands down. Her effort never stops. I mean, like, when we talk about exhaust minutes, she exhausts minutes. So she's just, our perfect piece to our 5-man right now. Yep.
It seemed like in crunch time, you kept on running this play, the small pick and roll with Carla setting a screen for Veronica. Could you talk about the strategy behind that?
They were blitzing with our 5, so they were blitzing with Temi, and so that was kind of causing us the live ball turnovers. Like I said, we cannot give up live ball turnovers, so I tried to do my best to just kind of keep them out of that action. And we also like to have our guards, handle the ball towards the end. So, yep. Good. All right. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.